Namaste. Welcome everyone. Today's practice we're going to focus a little bit more on our core and our arms. And so be prepared for a little bit of strength work. And so I know you can do it because you're born with a strong mind, and so your body will follow whatever you decide to do. Let's put our left hand on our heart and our right hand on our bellies to start practice. You can do this seated like I am, or if you want, you can lie down on your back. Both are exactly the same and benefit you just the same. So a hand on heart, a hand on belly. All right, and so if you're lying down, just follow the same cues. If you're sitting up with me, again, also follow the same cues. So just stacking your spine nice and tall, and then tucking your chin in. So whether you're lying down or seated, bringing your chin in towards your chest just slightly. Just lengthens the neck and opens up the airway a little bit more. And then closing your eyes if you haven't already, just coming inside of yourself and just focusing in on how you feel in the moment. And just allowing the day to shed away, whether your day has just begun or it's the end of the day. Are you able to just let whatever that day brings or has in store or has happened to just be? With your hand on your heart, soften your heart space. Allowing any stress, anxiety, worries to melt away from the heart. With your hand on your belly, an area where our source of power is situated. What intention can you set for yourself for this practice that invigorates a sense of power in your life? So setting an intention of what you want to feel more of. What you want to feel emotionally, maybe even physically. Lengthen your exhales for the next couple breaths. So breathing in, long, long exhale. Let's all breathe in together. So everybody taking an inhale breath through the nose. Fill up your rib cage, your side, back, and front ribs. Hold the breath into your lungs. This time, open your mouth as you exhale. Release. One more time. Your deepest, fullest breath of the day. Sip in an extra little breath. Hold. Open your mouth, exhale, release. Keeping your mouth closed for the rest of the practice, allowing the hands to rest on your knees for just a moment while you breathe nice and easy. Breathing in. On your exhales, release. Where in your body can you soften because you're holding tension? Just be aware of that. Exhale, release, soften the shoulders, soften the belly, soften the hips. From here, we're going to gently come onto our backs if we're not already. And if you're already on your backs, you're exactly where you need to be. So we'll bring our feet hip width apart on the floor. Hands come alongside of us. We're going to activate the lower back here. So on an inhale, press into your feet and just lift your hips off the floor. It doesn't matter how high you lift, just lifting. And then exhale, lower. Soften the hips on the floor. Keep doing this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And I want you to not focus on lifting too high and causing extra strain. This should be gentle movements. Good. Inhale up. And exhale, lower.
Couple more. Beautiful. On your next one, hold the hips up. Draw your knees in towards each other. See if you can relax the glutes so you're not clenching. Allowing the glutes to have a little bit of tension to do some work and to hold your hips up. Look towards your knees if you can. Your knees should track right in line with your hips. Slowly, slowly lower. Release by bringing your feet together, your knees out to the side for Supta Baddha Konasana. And just allow your body to rest here. Your hands can rest on your inner thighs or along the floor or even in cactus arms, reaching up. Beautiful. Slow the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Bring your hands back alongside you, your feet hip width apart again. We're going to bring our knees up to a 90-degree angle, flexing the toes towards your head, holding here, bringing the lower belly in and the lower rib cage in. So you're not having a super archy back here. Good. And then we're just going to alternate extending one leg. Inhale, stretch the leg. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, other leg. Exhale, bring it in. And just keep alternating, but ensure that you're still breathing. So you're not holding your breath as you do this. One leg at a time. If extending to a full straight leg doesn't feel very good on your lower back, just don't go as far. Just go halfway. Maybe even just a quarter of the way. It's your body still doing the work. Good. Keep alternating. We'll do one more on each side. Good. And then when you finish that last one, we'll hug the knees into our chest this time. Squeeze it in. Gentle rocking side to side. Beautiful. We're going to go a little bit deeper into the core this time. Bring your hands underneath your lower back with your palms facing down to support underneath the hips. You're going to reach your feet to the sky. Flex your toes down towards your head. And right here, we're just going to feel the hamstrings opening. So you can bend your knees if that feels better on your back and on your legs, or work at straightening the legs and just holding. Breathing, relaxing your head and neck, bringing your chin in towards your chest. And then when you're ready, we're going to slowly lower our right foot, let it hover, and then inhale it back up. Exhale, lower the left, inhale it up. Go as slow as you can. We're not rushing through with momentum, using momentum, just alternating legs. That's it. Can you engage your lower belly a little bit deeper? Bring the lower ribs in. And if you're holding your breath, your body's working too hard. So just pause and come back in. Good. And then we'll do just one more on each leg. So we'll do the right one more time. And the left one more time. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Good. Squeeze it. Roll side to side. Maybe take your knees. Draw some circles in one direction. Draw some in the other direction. Beautiful work, everybody. Bringing your feet back to the floor. This time, your feet are still hip width apart, so are your knees. We're going to interlace our hands behind our head. Good. And then from here, we're just going to do a neck stretch to start practice. So bring your elbows in towards each other, and then peel your head off of the floor. Looking up, down towards your legs, towards your thighs. Hold here and breathe. Bringing your chin in towards your chest. Good. Holding. Relax your head down. We're going to do it one more time. When you're ready, inhale, elbows in. Peel the head off of the floor. Notice your core will activate. Notice the abdominal muscles engage when you do this, even though we're also getting a neck stretch. Breathe and hold. And then we'll slowly let our elbows come down. Excellent. And then from here, we're just going to do little pulses, working the abdominal muscles. So keep your feet flat to the floor. Inhale, lift your head, but this time lift up. So you're not looking towards your knees, you're looking up towards the ceiling, elbows back. Just little pulses, inhaling and exhaling, lift and lower. And I want you to focus on the abdominal muscles lifting, not the elbows. You should be able to take away your hands and still be pulsing, little lifts. Good. Breathe. So every single pose in yoga, pretty much every single pose, works your abdominal muscles or works your core. If you're doing yoga correctly, your arms and legs move from the center of your body. And so the stronger we are in the center of our body, the more control we have over our limbs. Let's just do 5 more. You got this. If you're holding your breath, rest and come back. And then 5, relax down. That was amazing. Awesome work. Pressing into your feet, hands to the ground, lift the hips up. This time I want you to lift a little bit higher and then drawing the knees in towards each other, rotating your inner thighs in. You're going to try to interlace your fingers under your lower back. If you can, roll your shoulders underneath you a little more. Try not to move your head and neck just to avoid any tension or strain. And then just hold here. You're pressing your pinky fingers into the floor. Lift and hold. You got this. Breathing. For those of you who know variations, you could totally take it. Otherwise, just hold here. Try not to grip with the glutes. The lower back muscles are holding you here. And then release your hands. Kind of make robot arms. Slowly lower down. Beautiful. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. So we'll just do a gentle twist. You can cactus your arms. When you get to the right again, hold. So just let your knees fall to the right. You can turn your head in the opposite direction of your knees for a full spinal twist. Check in that you're breathing. Inhale through center, exhale, let the knees fall to the other side. Breathe here. Nice. Bring your hands alongside you, or actually wrapping your hands around your knees. You can rock back and forth. If you want, you can just transition up to seated, or you can try rocking and not allowing the feet to touch. So it's just the core creating the movement, and your legs a little. Cross your ankles, come up to seated. Beautiful. We're going to do a little bit of arm work before we transition. Eagle arms. We're going to place the right elbow over the left. You can hold onto your shoulders, or some of you are going to wrap right around. Keep twisting until your hands meet together. Good. Looking forward, holding your eagle arms. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Nice. Release. We'll switch sides. So you're going to bring your left elbow underneath, wrap it around. Again, hold. You can hold your hands onto your shoulders if you like and do the same thing. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale one more time, hold it. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. Just coming up to a standing pose here in about the center of your mat. And we'll just do a little bit more arm opening for the chest this time. Interlacing your hands behind your lower back. Inhale, lift your heart towards the sky. Slight bend in the knees. Hold here, everybody. And then if you want, you can start folding forward into a nice comfortable forward fold. Your chin will tuck, lifting the hands up and over as far as it feels comfortable. And just really letting go through the head and neck. Breathe here, bend your elbows more if you need. Beautiful. Slowly release the arms. Hands come down towards the ground. You can grab onto opposite elbows and gentle rocks forward and back or side to side. Just opening up the hamstrings. Maybe let your arms hang. Nice. Walk your hands forward. Walk your feet back. We'll come into our first downward dog of the practice. Pedal out your legs, bending one knee and then the other. If you're tired at all, come into child's pose for a break. Otherwise, we're going to transition to a high plank pose. Holding your high planks, bringing in your belly, holding here and breathing. If this gets to be too much, bring your knees down, but otherwise challenge yourself. Stay here. Knees come to the floor for everybody, and then we'll slowly lower our chest down to the ground. Release your feet. Bring your hands into a cactus shape with your chin touching. And then we're going to inhale, come into baby cobra from here. Hold. Keep your neck in a line with your spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up again. Hold. No pain, just feel the strength of your lower back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift one more time. Lift your arms this time. Reach forward with your arms. Reach back with your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then lower. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest, lift the chin. Hands come up, 90-degree angle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze back. And then lower. 1 more of those. Inhale up, reach forward, squeeze it back, lower down. Just wiggle out the hips, everybody. Hands come along the side of the chest. Press into your palms, pressing back, coming into a child's pose here. So you can bring your knees together or knees apart and reach forward with your hands. Hold here and breathe. And coming back into table from here, let's transition through some cat-cows to make the spine feel beautiful and our bellies open up. So look up towards the sky for your cow pose. Exhale, curl yourself into cat. And move with your flow of breath. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, curl in. Feel free to add any other movements to this practice that feel good in your body. I'm just guiding you. You, of course, know what your body needs. Nice. From here, we're going to go into yoga push-ups. So the easiest version that I'd like you to do is right from table, but they're going to work your triceps. So you're just going to let your elbows bend and then press back up. And when the elbows bend, the crease of your elbow is pointed forward. So when we lower, the elbows draw towards the body and then you press up. Notice I'm not going very deep, but if you can, go deeper. Lower down and press up. So these are our table push-ups. You can also come into a bent knee plank, and these ones are a bit more challenging. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. The hardest variation is to do chaturanga push-ups. So you're coming into your full plank, lean forward first, lower, and then up. These are tough. So what I'd like you to do is do 5 of the variation that works for you, and then come into a child's pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm tired, 5. Good. Child's pose from here. Rest the arms, stretch them forward. If your shoulders need more rest, bring your hands back alongside your legs. Beautiful. Building strength in the body. You got this. So coming all the way back up, we'll sit on our heels or sit on our hips. We'll just do a tricep stretch. So reach one arm up, hold on to the elbow, and draw the hand down your back. Slow your breath. I know I'm breathing hard from just 5 push-ups, but they're challenging. And then release. We'll switch sides. Other hand presses down on the elbow. The other hand is reaching down your back. Breathe and hold. Inhale, reach both arms up, stretch up. Lean over to one side. Inhale, lean over to the other. Just as far as it feels good in your body. One more time each side. Inhale up, exhale over to the other side. Inhale, exhale over to the other
Nice. And then we'll slowly release. Slow circles of the shoulders. Up and back. Just paying attention to where some tightness might exist in your body. And when you're ready, coming up to the top of your mat into mountain pose. Feet are hip width apart. Open up your palms and focus on your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. So centering those feet firmly on the mat with your body in line, in stacking your head, your shoulders, your hips, and then right over top of the feet. Inhale, reach up towards the sky for a sun salutation. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shin, lift with a long spine. Bend your knees. Exhale, step into a plank pose. Good. Knees can come down or lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Curl the toes under, knees can touch down. Lift the tailbone to the sky. Pedal out the feet. When you're ready, look forward and walk or take a big step between your hands. Feet are still hip width apart. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, bow into your legs. Inhale, reach to the sky. Reach from your feet. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on chins. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back into your plank. Knees can touch down or lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Knees can tap down, curl the toes, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Your choice. Come into full plank or bring your knees to the floor. Little challenge here. You're going to take your right hand, tap your left shoulder. Take your left hand, tap your right. I'd like you to do it a few more times. The goal is to not let your hips sway side to side. Engage the belly as much as you can. Belly button in. Focus on breath. Let's do one more each side. Beautiful. Knees tap down. Child's pose. Hold here. Rest. You're stronger than you think, everybody. When you're ready, coming back into your table pose. We're almost done with the challenges tonight, or today, whatever time of day it is for you. We're going to do modified side planks. So you're going to send your one leg straight back with the sole of your foot open, or sorry, the foot is open and the sole is flat to the floor. Press into your left hand or opposite hand and reach up with the top hand. Good. Inhale, reach the arm over, holding here. Good. Bring the hand back up. Couple options. You can flex the toes of the bottom foot or the extended leg and lift and hold here. That's a perfect spot to be. If you want, you can grab the foot and open up a little more. If you want, and I challenge you to do this, is to stack your feet and coming into full side plank. Breathe here. Challenge your core. Lift through the side body. Lift the hips. Breathing, breathing. Exhale, come back into center. Knees come down. And we'll switch sides. So when you're ready, we're going to extend the other leg. Open up the foot so it's flat on the floor. Peel open your top arm. This is a perfect spot to stay. You can also reach that arm forward. I find when I lift my leg, though, I want the arms stacked. So you can lift the leg, you can grab onto the foot, or if you want, come into full side plank. And for those of you who are scared to come into this pose, just try it. If you fall, that's okay. That's how you build strength, by practicing. So as much as you can, try the more challenging poses, and then go back to the one before. But to not even try doesn't allow your body to be challenged. Breathe here. Exhale. Return to center. That was so good. Let's do one more child's pose to rest. Rest your forehead. You can gently turn your head side to side. Massage the muscles of your forehead. Let's do a well-deserving shoulder stretch. So you're going to take your one arm and lace it underneath, and then turn your palm up for thread the needle through the arm. You can turn your head to look towards the extended arm underneath. You can rest your other arm on the floor. Breathe here. Let's switch sides. So when you're ready, both hands go forward. Take your other arm, lace it under. Feel the stretch. The palm faces up. The other arm can rest. Slowly coming back through center, coming all the way up. We're going to sit on our hips here and do one more arm challenge before we take it to our backs. So your feet are hip width apart. We're going to do first a reverse table pose. So your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your wrists, as much as you can, are right underneath the shoulder joint. The hands face forward or towards your feet. The fingers are pointing towards your feet. Some people like the hands the other way. I prefer fingers facing pointed to my feet. Feet are hip width apart. Press into the feet. Lift the belly. Coming into that table pose. Looking towards your knees. For those of you who have a pretty open upper body in the neck area, release your head back. So only if it feels okay on your neck. I find this gets a little bit deeper into the chest, but if it bothers your neck, keep it neutral or look towards your feet. Hold and breathe. We're going to slowly lower. Beautiful. Relax for a second. One more arm challenge. I'll show you first and then you join in. So I'm back in my reverse table position, but this time I'm just going to lift my hips off the floor and do slow bends of my elbows, sorry. So this is for the back of your upper arms, tricep, dips, you lower and you lift. These don't have to be big movements. I get pretty fatigued after about 10, so everybody try to do 3 more. 3, 2, lift the hips, 1, lift the hips, then slowly lower. So good. Let's come onto our backs, everybody. Stretch your arms above your head. Stretch your legs forward too. Nice full body stretch. Some inhales and exhales, letting go. When you're ready, hugging the knees into your chest, gentle rock side to side. Point your feet to the sky for happy baby pose. So holding onto the inner arches, drawing the knees down toward your shoulders. Gentle rock side to side. Any variation of any pose is always welcome. A pose that we like to do in my classes is called dead bug pose. So imagine yourself like a dead bug, although we don't want to be killing anything living, but let your arms and feet dangle towards the sky and just allow the body to rest. Sink the hips, sink the shoulders. Just allow the arms and legs to hover. Feel how your body can be still, and then take a breath in. Exhale, come into your Shavasana, everybody. So you're going to take up some space on the floor. Widen your feet, let your palms rest upwards alongside of you. Release the active breath, and can you just breathe naturally? In and out. Allowing the practice to settle into your body. Stay in this Shavasana, this final resting pose, for as long as you can. There's nowhere to rush to. Time is relative. We all need time for ourselves. And so savor this time. Please give yourself at least 2 minutes, because you deserve it. Give yourself 5, give yourself 10. I want to thank you for practicing with me today. Continue to practice yoga, because it's good for your heart, it's good for your mind, it's good for your spirit. And I'll see you again on the mat. Namaste.